Hey everyone, and how are we doing today? So, highly anticipated video. Really happy to have this one here for you guys. Today, pure Cyber Dragon. Yeah, pure Cyber Dragon. Like, we have 9 hand traps, a couple draw spells. Otherwise, it's just Cyber cards, just Fusion cards. Like, we really kept it pure for this. I've seen some people ask why. Why would you put yourself in a bad position? Why would you play a bad deck? Why would you try to not play good? I've seen a lot of things like this, and I guess I'm just having fun at this point. I don't know. I guess personally, I don't have anything to prove to myself with the deck anyway, so once in a while I do like to mix it up and try different challenges, and this actually started out, I mean, we'll cover it once we actually see the card, but this started out as a way to abuse D-Shifter, and then as I'm more and more going into it, because that card is so crazy right now, I just, I was like, you know what, we're just gonna go like pure, like cut the soldier, cut the engines, cut all the traps, just pure Cyber Dragons and see what happens. And actually the deck was halfway decent. I don't think it's the best variant by any means. Like, I think that pure with or without dupe, I lean without, or the trap Dogmatica builds, I think all three of those are far and beyond better. But we got a few replays to go through today, and then we'll cover into that list and kind of talk about why. So here he kind of bricked. This was game 2 versus Infernobles, and I actually have game 3 too. Game 1 I was just like crazy unlucky on my draws. The deck's actually pretty consistent, so the draw there really wouldn't have mattered anyway, but I'm not gonna be able to use Gamma regardless. I could have put them in attack. We could play a synchro for them, but it just doesn't come up too often. But like, we already have Core and Fear and Powerbond and Cyberload Fusion and Naxter. Like, he can troll me. I don't need anything else. I already have everything, especially with one card set, which ends up being the 6 Sam Genba. But yeah, anyway, we're just gonna go into our Rampage with Powerbond and just win the game there, because he has no effects. So this one a little uneventful, but it was game 2 out of 3 versus an Infernal player. We'll jump right into game 3 right away. Swap it back around. D-Shifter card's just crazy. I actually opened Driver a lot today. Unfortunate, but it doesn't matter. We had Shifter, we have Emergency, we got Core, so we kind of have combo, but we're not going to be able to OTK because Rampage can't mill under D-Shifter. Keep that in mind, guys, because it needs to send to the graveyard in order to gain the additional attacks. But we just pretty much try to do what we can. The deck, we made it to conflict with Shifter as little as possible because we really want to see Shifter whenever we can. So here we're just going to go for our little setup, especially because he has one card in hand and we knew it's the Living Fossil and we're not too worried about it. We can easily link into our Seeger, and then we're just going to get the free Rampage off our Cyberload Fusion. Since only Rampage can attack, you might as well boost it up there. Let him just keep banishing everything. Here, part of me said don't do it, but at the same time, it's like, I know he has Living Fossil. What does he have? Gamma? And he had Gamma, unfortunately. But yeah, so we're actually able to do a little bit here. Draw another droll, so you might as well set one as some type of defense so we don't end up losing in one turn. And then he draws a droll and sets a droll. So we all draw drolls. But yeah, anyway, then we go into our Verde, and we were going to send an Overload Fusions, which we could have left the droll on field, I guess, and just used our Hers and Seeger, and then sent Overload Fusion because, going to Rampage, attack, odds are it's less than 2,000. I'm pretty sure, I don't think there's anything he could set that would have more than 2,000, and then poke 2 more times for game. So that was the plan there. We got a couple more replays for you, and then we will jump into the deck list. So here, open a little unfortunate, I guess you could say. Like, we don't have much to go off of. We got our Gamma and Droll to potentially stop our opponent, but other than that, we're not really going to be able to do a whole lot. So he ends on Seal Imperm Pass. We're just going to set Fear, make Mega Fleet, go to the battle phase, and then he ends up using the Imperm. So we're in a good position here because we got our Core, we got our Cyberload, we got Droll in hand, and we're just going to start, plugging away, and then he actually quits right there, which we drew core. Not the best, but same time we were in a pretty decent position. Final replay we got for you guys versus water.deck. I'm not a big fan of this deck. Luckily, we had Droll to really stop him from just pulling our entire hand away from us. He is going to get one card. He gets the core. But we get Powerbond, so it's a even trade-off, right? That's even, right? Trade core for a Powerbond that's live against an open field where he can't do anything. I'll take it. So anyway, Powerbond for the win. And now we're going to go look at the deck because I'm really excited for it. So here it is. And I know a lot of you aren't going to like it. A lot of people are just going to say it's bad, it's trash, it's this, it's that. And, you know, honestly, go test it, go try it, and you'll find out that it's not the greatest. But, you know, pure Cyber Dragons isn't the greatest deck. You know, they abuse things like Galaxy Soldier. They abuse things like the Dogmatica, like Dragoon, like just so many generic, easy-to-fit staples. And they really do make the deck better. But if you did want to just, like, go for that nostalgia feel, that old OTK, pure Cyber Dragon, like, that's what we call it. It's just pure Cyber Dragon OTK. Like, that's all there is to it. You can see here we got 3 Cyber Dragon, 3 Cyber Dragon Core, 3 Cyber Dragon Hertz. I mean, realistically, you could even cut Hertz. He'd probably be one of the first ones I drop down if we were to make any more cuts. 3 Cyber Dragon Fear, because it's a free body on board. Like, you really like the play with when we were under Shifter and we can like core and then go into like search your cyber load, and then you can make your fear or summon your fear, I should say. And there's other plays too where, like, if you have Power Bond and 1 Cyber Dragon and you can Power Bond into a twin, but you need them to get on board to do so because they're only Cyber Dragon on the field, that extra fear, the summoning really does come in pretty key. So we do play 3 of him, 2 Naxter because it's just a free summon once again, and you can discard under Naxter, or you can discard 4 Naxter under Shifter because it just says discard. It does not say to the graveyard like Galaxy Soldier. Because of that, we did end up cutting Galaxy Soldier. Like I said, we want to conflict as little as possible, but we're not always going to open Shifter, so we did leave in the Overload Fusion. Because of that, 3 Cyber Emergency, duh. No Soldier, no Repair Plant, no Graveyard under Shifter. Like, we're just, like, again, we're just cutting out these cards. And if you're not playing Soldier, you really don't need Repair Plant. And oddly enough, it does help consistency to a pretty good degree. Like, I guess, I don't know if that's the best way to put it. I don't know if it helps consistency overall, because the ceiling of the deck comes down, but your odds of bricking with the deck go way down as well. So you may not open as good, but at the same time, if you play smart, you can play through it, but you're not going to open bad as often. 2 Cyberload Fusion because it's searchable, 2 Overload Fusion because it conflicts, and 3 Power Bond because it is the MVP, and it is so fun when you just drop Power Bond on somebody. I did not make Cyber End yet, but I've made Cyber Twin and Rampage both plenty. Really like Power Bonding into a twin after you also have Seeger on board and just smoking your opponent. It's funny. But 3 Machine Duplication. You know, we're turboing out in this build. We want to get Cyber Dragons on board. 3 Desires because we're really trying to push that OTK. Normally not a fan of it in the deck at all, but when you're trying to win turn 1, like right away, we want to win, we want OTK. We needed something to help speed the deck up, and Desires is a really good card for that. As such, we want to win right away, but we need to stop our opponent's boards. We need to do what we can to keep them from playing. Ideally, the less field they have, the better for us. So we wanted to play the biggest impact hand traps. So I went with Gamma. I mean, kind of duh. We all know Gamma is really good. D-Shifter, honestly, strongest hand trap in the game. No question whatsoever. It ends turns versus 90% of decks out there, and 9% of the other 10. Well, their turn's basically ended, but maybe they get out 1 disruption. Other than that, though, like, D-Shifter is just crazy. And thanks to, like, Cyberload Fusion and Core being able to search it, like, we can actually play through it halfway decent. So not too worried with it. And then just Droll Knockbird. Again, it's a turn ender, so we wanted really high impact hand traps. Nibiru, obviously another really high impact one. It's just not that great versus the top decks. Extra deck, we just honestly kept it pure Cyber Dragon. I not really too much I expect like needing or wanting to go into. Main deck, one overflow definitely would not be a bad idea. Probably cut a Hertz for it, honestly. That's probably where we would go. There's a handful of times where like Court's like, okay, search overflow. I can't search that. But so maybe cut a Hertz for an overflow if you want that. But we just really focused on OTKing and not conflicting with Shifter as our two main focuses. Extra deck, yeah, it's pretty standard. You can see it. The one Cyber End, one Cyber Twin, one Eternity, just toolboxing. The one Mega Fleet, two Fortress because it's just better right now. Two Rampage and one Over Dragon because just toolboxing. We had the space and again haven't really made it. Two Nova, one Infinity, one Seeger, and then double Verde Anaconda. You cannot send Powerbond off Verde, but we have Cyberload and Overload, and a lot of the times, one of them, like, it just forces something. Like, as soon as you summon it, they'll, like, Trident pop it, Zeus send the field, Dogmatic Punishment pop it. Like, they do these moves as soon as it hits the field, so then you still have another one for your next turn, or you just kind of force that play out of the way right there. But yeah, so this is our pure Cyber Dragon OTK deck. Let us know down in the description below if you stuck with it for this whole video. I guess, like, let's hit 1,500 subscribers, guys. If we can hit 1,500 by my birthday, March 22nd, we will get a really, I don't know, let's see what I got in my drawer here. Pretty sure we got some Cyber Dragon related stuff. Maybe not. Okay, I might have to get back to you guys on that. I don't know, we'll come up with something. We'll do a big giveaway for you guys. I thought I had more on me right here, but I guess not, so. Ooh, that's a little loud. There we go with it. Okay, trying to figure out exactly where you guys are on the screen. Our Stay Classy, Dark, Alt Art, Cyber Dragon, Field Center. Not numbered. I don't think they did a numbered run of this guy. But let's hit 1,500 by March 22nd, and we'll send this away to a lucky subscriber. But you must comment on this video. So let's get it, guys. Take care, and see you guys next time.